fighting.
It's a fucking woman for really.
Point Alpha is now held by your team.
Boost about to expire.
Point Charlie is now held by your team.
Agents, what's up? Patrick Wolf here. Today's video is going to be the one-shot Nemesis build. It is a sniper build for the exotic called the Nemesis. If you guys do not know how to get this gun, I will post a link in the description. Just follow the link and you go straight to the video that I made on exactly how to get this weapon. It's my favorite exotic. It's really, really strong, and the way that we're going to do this build is, as you can see, is we are going to fully utilize this gun. Be able to see enemies through walls at all times, use all the perks that we possibly can, and hit those guys for about 2 million damage to the head. Now, I do know that people are hitting about 5 million. I've seen certain YouTubers hit 5 million damage to the head. That is perfect for PvE, but this is a PvP build. This gun is amazing for PvE, but PvP is what this build is going to be focused on. PvE, you would want to get it to about 2 to 5 million damage, but that takes a lot of farming, a lot of min-maxing, and we don't have that right now. So this is for you guys who don't have the perfect build, because I sure as hell don't. I need to do a lot more farming, which I will be doing. So yeah, this is a PvP one-shot sniper. We do not need all that damage. Let's get into this build right here. Alright, so the Nemesis, mine rolled for 300k base. So all the additional, the 73k comes from the gear. So all you guys need is 320k. That's a definite 100% one shot to all players with all buffs active. If you're only hitting about 275, 280k, the lower rolls, you might not one shot them. But trust me, 320k is all you need for PvP. You do not need any more. So I've seen people say that they have ones with 500k damage. That's all fine. That's all well and good. But you're wasting other valuable stats. You don't need that for PvP. PvE, that's perfect because you need that extra damage. I can one-shot elites, any elite, no issue at all. Because damage to elites can be stacked with this build as well. So you could use it in PvE and still have it being very effective. But anyway, this is a PvP build. So the pieces that we're going to need are obviously the Nemesis. Make sure you have that. The talents that go with this gun are very important. So you just got to hold it down as much as you can. It is a bit tricky. It's a bit clunky to use this because you can't hold it down for too long as it shoots by itself. So it's all about timing, but that's why we've got the certain skill that I was showing you earlier that we're going to be using to see them. And this helps you. The Nemesis talent helps you with this, guys. So you can actually see people through walls. It is a bit bugged at the moment, but it works most of the time. I know people are having problems with this. But don't worry, we got the drone to fix that. So when you're aiming at people, you actually get extra damage and you can see them through walls. So this helps you charge your gun up. You know when they're going to peak. As you can see in some of my gameplay, I always knew where the enemies were. So that's really good. The holstered talent, now you might be saying, well, why don't you use this as a holstered talent and use another gun? Why would we do that, guys? It's so much fun using this gun. This build is nowhere perfect. You could probably find an M700 with using the 25% and maybe one-shot people there. But the reason why we're using the Nemesis is because you don't even need to shoot them in the head. Shoot them in the body and they will die. With this build I got right on now, if there is no buffs active, you will one-shot anybody in the finger. Shoot someone in the finger, they're dead. Uh, the problem is that you can shoot someone in the chest or whatever in the body, and they might have a certain buff on, like Unbreakable. That will not one-shot someone. You'd probably need to really min-max this build, get the damage to as high as you can. But for what it's worth, guys, you don't need it right now. I am slowly building my pieces. My pieces are nowhere perfect. So, anyways, the secondary we're going to be using is the Police MK17. This is the best um, rifle that you can get in the game at the moment. Minus 40k damage, because of the holster talent, you hit this hits like an absolute truck. It's about 1.5 million DPS for this gun. So this is even this in itself with a Lego shreds through players. This is the reason why we have this on is to eliminate players from close range. So you'll be using this at long range, and when they come a bit close, you can't use this gun too close. You have to be really good to do that. And if you can't really do that, use this. You hip fire it as well, and you just shred through enemies. It's actually quite satisfying. Don't worry about the pistol. This is important as well. So first of all, let's go over the skills. The whole build is basically revolves around this. So this specialized drone, it marks enemies around the map. It's got a massive radius. It is, I would say, it's my favorite talent for PvE and PvP right now. There's no better talent in my eyes. So what you would do is you would mark it. You know where everyone is. You can see all the enemies. You can see all your friends, and it's really great for using this build. You'll be able to snipe them. Plus, using the Nemesis perk, you'll be seeing them through walls at all times. It just is really fun to use, guys. So once you've got the gun and you've make sure you put the drone on, use the chem launcher just to heal yourself, because you're going to be in cover a lot. You kind of hold back on, you don't push with your friends, so you got to hold back. Use the chem launcher, heal yourself up, and carry on shooting. So spamming chem launcher is really good for this as well. So what we're going to need is we're going to need the Wyvern set. Why do we need that? We need 2 pieces of Wyvern. We need that because of the drone skill power. This just helps the drone. It lets it last longer. It gives it I've got cooldown reduction, so I can proc my drone as much as I can. So we want to try and take the utility from not stacking too much headshot damage and damage to the gun to put it towards the drone, because that really makes a difference between knowing where someone is using that drone and for it lasting as long as it possibly can. So I've got hard hitting. So hard hitting is a great talent to have, obviously, for PvE, but I don't have the perfect rolls right now, guys. So I need to farm a lot more. So you would probably want something different to that, something that maybe increases some damage, or the skill duration. Try get your skill duration up as high as you can for this build. Then over here, the chest piece. The reason why I'm using this is a very good piece. Now forget about the LMG damage. The reason why is, if you can see here, all these other ones only have 4 attributes. This one's got, sorry, all the other ones have 3 attributes. This one's got 4. So we've got skill power, headshot damage, bonus armor, and weapon damage. Make sure you use this. I wouldn't use Fenris because a lot of the talents on it don't work with the amount of firearms we've got here compared to shield and utility. It's not really going to work, and we don't want to buff the wrong things. So I don't have the right talents for this. So if you guys can see maybe another little small option that you can use because of the gear that you have, go for it. But the only reason why I wanted to bring out this build is to show you guys the utility of the drone and the Nemesis together. It works so well, coupled with the Wyvern set as well. And obviously, I don't need to get into this. If you guys are using a sniper build, you have to always use a roll D holdings, this set right here. This is obviously the cornerstone of the build. You have to have this because it gives you 10% headshot damage and 10% marksman rifle damage, which is amazing. Cooldown reduction is great for me because I've got devastating. I've got my 5% weapon damage. Best talent to run on the holster, in my opinion. Cooldown reduction, I'm happy with that. Backpack, this goes hand in hand. I rolled your holdings. Weapon damage, great roll. Health, armor would have been a bit better, but it is what it is. The capacitive is perfect for this build. Skill duration, we need that, guys. The drone, we want the drone to be up as long as we can. So if you can roll on your mask, definitely go for that. Efficient is also very important for this build because you're going to be using your armor kits a lot because people will be spraying you from range. So you can have a chance of not actually consuming it so you can carry on healing yourself as fast as possible. So while you're using the chem launchers, you'll be able to heal yourself all the time. It's all about the utility, guys. This is good for the skirmish game modes as well, the PvP game modes. Now forget about the kneecapped talent. That was from my previous builds that I've done. I don't want that on this build, but I don't have the necessary pieces, unfortunately. So we've got, obviously I rolled the holdings. We've got marksman rifle damage. I modified that 5%. That's great. I'm happy with that. Just to get it to above the 350k mark on the base damage. Wyvern as well. We've got some crit chance. Not great. I can probably re-roll this. I don't need to right now. The build works too well the way it is, guys. It just really is fun to use. I'm gonna try my best to min-max this build. It's my favorite sniper build so far. I've seen a lot of them, and this is just my favorite. I've tried all the other ones. I've tried to couple it with maybe the M700 using this as a holstered gun, but it's not as fun. It feels like a rail gun, guys. You see people through walls, and you just hold that trigger down, and when that fires, the sound it makes when you kill someone, it's amazing, especially a headshot. So yeah, it works great for PvE, but forget about that. This is PvP. So anyways, guys, there's nothing special. There's nothing new here, but I just want to let you guys know um, that this works perfectly. If you guys are wondering how to use the Nemesis, roll the holdings with Wyvern. Make sure you couple the Wyvern and the drone that's for the sharpshooter specialization. It's very important because that's all you really need when you're in the PvP game modes. If you can min-max this, get the right talents, get all your gear spec to headshot damage, and I mean, guys, you one-shot people in the toe or the fingertip, and they're dead. So, anyways, guys, that is basically the build. We can go into the stats a bit more if you guys would want to see it. I know sometimes you guys want to see it. 167 percent headshot damage. It's not great. There's nothing special there. 373 is great for me. You'll one-shot anybody with this. Um, Marksman rifle damage bonus. You see, the issue is we've got 21%. I would like to have that at 25. That would be ideal. 25 and then another 25 over here. I'm sure you can get it that high. Damage to elites is 30%. I just put that because I generally just use this build for PvE every now and again. So there's no point in modding the skills because our skill power is ridiculously low. So it's possible maybe that you could utilize a few of the talents with the skill power being a bit higher. But like I said before, there's a very fine line between one-shotting someone, especially with your charge variations. This build is based on a full charge. I wouldn't recommend half charging it. Fully charged, and then use the drone's capabilities, and you can one-shot anybody from cover. So anyways, guys, it's just a quick little fun build just to show you guys how to use this gun to its full potential. Obviously, we can get it way further, and I will be updating you guys on how far I can actually take it. I'm going to be doing a lot of farming this week, trying to get my weapon damage to above 450k, and we're going to see what we can do to the maybe make a PvE build where we can one-shot bosses. So anyways, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, make sure to turn that notification bell on, otherwise you won't see when I upload, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.